You got a problem to fix and you want to get it done. Call Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. My friends at Robert Gibb and Sons are plumbing experts. If you have any problems at all with your plumbing system, that's leaks, drips, backup, smells, and all things water, give them a call. Their 24/7 emergency services are available to you. They're experts.
Call Robert Gibb and Sons.
Speaking of water and all things water, some rainy weather across the Southern Valley, not so much up to the north. Here is a review of what we saw today. And again, rainfall amounts up to the north were a little bit more sparse, but look at the temperature change across our region. This afternoon, temperatures were almost 30 degrees colder than yesterday afternoon. Just a real chill of air blasting into the region in southern parts of western North Dakota, as well as the valley, where we were a good 10 degrees cooler than yesterday this afternoon, those 60s. And here's a look at the rainfall reported by our friends over at the North Dakota Agricultural Weather Network. Nothing up north along the Highway 2 corridor for a change. I think many up there were pretty pleased with that. Some beneficial rain out in the western part of North Dakota, along and south of Highway 200 is where the rain fell, with rainfall measurements generally around a few 100ths to over an inch for a few down to the south. And you came through with some measurements as well. Here's a look at what you have. Waubun, 1/2 of an inch. That's reported by Kathy. Some new ones in from the last time that we spoke. Also, Terry reporting a good almost 1/4 of an inch in the Hawley area. Hallstead, 85 100ths. Thanks so much, Brian. Pat, Fergus Falls, 1 whole inch of rain in Fergus Falls to Vining in that area. Bruce is reporting 1/2 of an inch there. Deborah, 43 100ths in the Spiritwood area, and Elizabeth, Minnesota, 1.25 inches of rain reported by Mike. Now, some earlier reports, Christine all the way down to Henning, a lot of rainfall in this area, and a few reports from the Jamestown area, and it looks wide variety in Jamestown, with southeast Jamestown reporting 43 100ths by Ryan, and upwards of 1 inch reported by Angela. So that can happen under thunder showers. Absolutely. Thanks for your reports. You make Hutch's weather. Now I'll look at your forecast, and we'll go over the details and what you can expect. But a cool and breezy day expected for Thursday, region-wide, and particularly up north. We're going to have a chance for some spits of precipitous precipitation of the wet, not white variety. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Got another report just in. Julia reporting 1/2 inch at Lake Melissa and the Lake Eunice area. Thanks so very much for your report as well, heading into the afternoon and evening hours. Sherry, thanks so much for your support. Now, it looks dry and warm for the weekend ahead as temperatures will go in the right direction. Rather cool day Friday, but we're back up into those comfortable 70s to near 80 for Saturday and Sunday. Next week, I'm seeing those heating temperatures working their way back in. It looks like some 80s in store for us. And by the time we get to Wednesday, you see behind me here, 84 gorgeous degrees. Now, here's a look around the region right now. This is what we got on that radar. Thanks, Leora, saying 0.05 inches, showing the huge rain in the Champlin area, and it's 66 degrees. Thanks so much for your report. Speaking of 60s, those are pretty widespread across the area. Low 60s right now in and around Emerado and Thief River Falls. We have 63 degrees out in Cooperstown, Valley City, 59. 59! All right, Fargo-Moorhead, we have 65 at Hector, 63 out at Moorhead's Airport. That's generally pretty consistent temperatures. Our rain done for the night. But as we look up to the north, we have a little area of low pressure that's going to be spinning around, and it's going to bring us a burp of cold air, drier air, and even a chance for some precipitous precipitation as we head into your Thursday with those gusty winds as well. Here's a look at the satellite loop, that visible satellite loop for today. You can see all the clouds associated with today's showers now spreading to the south and east. Here comes another batch of clouds across the Dakotas. So more cloud cover than clear skies as we go through the overnight. That means temperatures not as cold in some of our western and northern counties, but on the backside of our system that brought us the rain, we have another chance of some showers. We'll take a look at the European model so we can walk a little bit farther out in time than we did earlier if you joined the broadcast. Thanks, Kathy, for joining. Here's what you need to know. Low pressure that brought the rain now moving off to the east. But do you see all this rain up here? This is north of Winnipeg. Watch what happens to this as we head into the next 24 hours or so. So the European model shows that that system will work its way east, but around the backside comes this other little area of low pressure spinning its way down towards us. That's going to bring a chance of rain to our northern counties along the international border by mid-morning. We're talking between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. And look at the isobars here. When they get close together, that pushes the air. The air will be in a hurry. And meteorologists call air that's in a hurry wind. So I expect some wind out there across the region, some gusts over 25 miles per hour. Good evening, Bonnie. Good to have you on board. Thank you for chiming in. You can drop your location on as well. And again, I'll show you some photos uploaded today too about our rainfall. You're always welcome to share your rainfall reports right on hutchesweather.com. Getting back to the forecast, here's that midday hour. Those rain showers will be sparse, but not impossible down in parts of the Red River Valley near Fargo and into Lakes Country. So as this system swirls away from us into the south, the best chance of rain will be across Minnesota, but I cannot rule out in Fargo, Detroit Lakes, Mahnomen, or even south of there toward Fergus Falls. But it should be very light. It should be brief, but it will be gray and cool. Friday, that system winds out. The windiest weather will be heading into parts of Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota. High pressure starts to mosey on in from the west. As that happens, our skies will clear and we'll start a rebound. Now, you see these red lines here. This represents some warmer pools of air. North winds shooing that warm air all the way down to the south. But we're going to see changes beginning Friday. A gradual moderation in temperatures right into Saturday on the weekend. And then those red lines start returning to the northern plains by the time we get into Sunday. And for the most part, our forecast through the weekend looks dry. So that's a look at your forecast. Dan, rather good to have you on board. Thank you very much. Bonnie Jean, good to have you on board as well. And thanks for sharing. Now, take a look at a couple of photos shared on hutchesweather.com. It's always fun to see your measurements and your reports as well. Again, these photos help us track the weather in your backyard. So in the comments, when you're uploading these on my brand spanking new website, I'd love to have you let me know exactly where you're located. It even helps if you say, I'm 2 miles northeast of Foston. That helps. Here's Jamestown, North Dakota in the old rain gauge, a report by Angela. I got to tell you, that's right at an inch of rain right there in that rain gauge. So some parts of town got gully washers of rain. Other parts of Jamestown reporting closer to a 1/2 inch of rain. Totally possible. And here is a rain gauge that measures it by the 100th. So that's 4/10, and we're at about 44 100ths there, Ryan says, in that part of Jamestown. So thank you so very much for uploading. And again, some variable amounts in different places. Scroll through the pictures, enjoy them, and upload anything that you like that represents weather, nature, including northern lights, or if you have severe weather to report, it's a great way to do it. All right, I am meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I'll have an update for you as we close out the latter half of our work week here on Thursday and Friday and head towards drier weather. But tomorrow, be ready. It's going to be a chilly one. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching Hutch's Weather. Thanks for logging on to hutchesweather.com and checking that out. I'd love to have your comments and suggestions right here on my broadcasts on Facebook or anywhere. You can email me your updates and your suggestions as well.